Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the High Moon Podcast, and James Harden drama continues. So, Harden reportedly has participated in one 76ers scrimmage so far. And according to Shams, who is an NBA insider, while professional and engaged when present, James Harden has not attended any of the 76ers preseason games and has participated in just one team practice scrimmage over 14 days of training camp. Sources say decision time is coming for Harden. And really the question is the 76ers going to play James Harden? And I got to say, man, at this point, no. Leave his fat behind at home. You know, he is doing the bare minimum. You know, he is hell-bent on that his mentality when he was in China, saying that he'll never want to play for Daryl Morey again, even though he got fined for that. Do the Sixers really want him to play and just be bad energy, have this dark cloud over your young and up-and-coming star of a point guard in Tyrese Maxey and your new head coach who came for the Toronto Raptors in Nick Nurse, right? Is James Harden worth it at this point? I think it isn't. 76ers, they want his production, but you can't force the production out of James Harden if he doesn't want to be there. Now, it doesn't mean that you acquiesce to just trading him to the Clippers, even though the Clippers are not going to give you what you want. Then you just hold on. You just sit him down then. You eat the cost, okay, and you sit him down. That's it. There's really no need to play him. If James Harden was really invested, hey, listen, I know things didn't work out over the summer. I know I said some things, but I need to be a professional. And as long as I'm going to be a 76er, you know what? I think we got a shot to come out this East. And even if you don't mean it, say all the right things. Do all the right things. Him acting like this, what Sham said, he been to one practice, hasn't been to any of the preseason games. If he's going to act like this, then this is his audition for other teams that, like, if you bring James Harden in, this is what you're going to get. This has gotten just dramatically bad for the Sixers and James Harden. Last week reports that, look, Sixers will trade for whatever package we get from the Clippers to flip and flip that into an all-star. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's not gonna happen because they want Terrence Mann, and it's like, nah, like Clippers are like, listen, we struggle with our guys being active on the roster, due to our load management philosophy. So Terrence Mann is reliable. We need him. But yeah, and Harden is gonna have to begrudgingly come to these games. The Sixers know he doesn't want to be there. He just doesn't want to get fined, so he's not gonna lose any money. He doesn't want to lose any more money, right? But for the Sixers, if the Sixers do it, then it's like, yeah, you can sacrifice whatever production you're going to get for the sake of building the future for your new head coach and your young guard, and then you just wait towards the trade deadline and trade him. Like the Sixers at the end of the day didn't really do anything wrong to James Harden or mishandle him. They've tried. They tried to put pieces around him. They tried. And because a promise didn't get made for the contract extension, he is punishing the 76ers. And this is who James Harden this is who he is. James Harden does not need to be on an NBA court this season for the 76ers. And they need to act accordingly. We've seen this act in Houston. He kind of escaped through it because Kyrie's situation was so wild that it worked for him to escape Brooklyn that nobody really wants to talk about. Crazy news in Philadelphia with James Harden. Will he play for the opener? I think he shouldn't. At this point, pay James Harden as a 76ers, but for the sake of your future and salvaging the season and not messing up team morale and having this petulant child of a grown man baby James Harden cloud to start the season. Keep him away. The question is always going to be, you know how the media is going to be. They're going to feast on this. They're going to ask every night questions about the trade and, James, how do you feel? Do you still want to be here? It's just he's not. The Sixers it'd be malpractice for the Sixers to play him despite the contract. They got to separate the money and the current team that you can possibly affect the product on the court by bringing James Harden, right? There's just so many layers to this that it's not worth the headache for the 76ers brass to deal with. It's tough business. It's NBA business. This is how it gets done with these stars, especially when they're not happy. And sometimes you're just going to have to eat the bill. And that's what they're going to have to do. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening. Let me know what y'all think about this. Appreciate y'all, man. I'm out.